with your car. This one's on me, baby. Just wanna let you know. Hey, hey. Girl, I gotta let you know. Got me feeling for your love, and I know your body is calling for me, and you can get it, baby. First of all, let me love you from January to December. I'll cook your food, I'll rub your back. What else am I to that? I won't bite, baby. I won't bite sugar. I ain't right, stop playing. But I like you, girl.
You know I knew you would be mine first time you walked by. In your peep-toe platform, showing your legs off. You kinda made it hard to talk. I knew you was a model, class C like ballet. Me, I'm coming up right now, just a valet. But if you stick with me, I'ma get you the 745 pink diamonds at my house in Calais. With a indoor pool, outside jacuzzi. Got you feeling like your entire life a movie. I ain't gonna take you nowhere where the dudes is rude. I'ma take you where the chef fondue your food. I'm talking candlelight, fine dinner, dying affection. Luciano's cause they got a great wine selection. I'm talking moving on up like the Jeffersons would. Different crib, different number, different hood. It's all good.
Just wanna let you know. I won't know. Girl, I gotta let you know. Said I won't know.
All right, that was Andre Perryman from St. Louis, and he was also a contestant on American Idol some years ago. Yeah, Andre Perryman. He's sneaking a replay in on us. Hey, I'm sitting in for my cousin, and I'm sitting in for Jump Street, and we're just kind of just shooting the breeze right at this afternoon here in wonderful St. Louis. We celebrated Juneteenth, and let me get something straight, people. Juneteenth belonged to us, okay? Everybody wasn't forced into slavery like us, okay? They're my foundational Black Americans. We are the foundation of this country. Let's get it straight. And a lot of you immigrants, I was checking out Black Alpha's show last night, his podcast, right on to Black Alpha. And that was a tether he was playing on his show, claiming that we didn't build America. Let me get something straight. Just a lot of you black immigrant tethers out there. We built America. Wasn't no America until we rolled up our sleeves and built it, okay? Now, you can side with the dominant society as much as you like. You cannot change facts. And just like hip hop, KRS-One, Fat Joe, Busta No Rhymes. Hip hop is our intellectual property, in the words of Jason Black, the Black Authority. Shouts out to him. And if you're not checking out Professor Black Truth's Moment of Truth, man, you are missing out on a daily dose of knowledge. Yep. Well, I have a young lady in the studio with me, and we're going to just talk about what's wrong with the world. Yep. And, that include here in America, too. There's a lot of things going wrong, and there's some things going great. And shouts out to the family that made it to the FBA reparations rally in the Juneteenth celebration. It was a huge success. Huge success. And I want to shout out our brother Tariq Nasheed. Man, that was a master class that brother put on when he went in that Twitter space and challenged Myron Gaines, what's his name? Sneeko. I call him Stinko. And Tommy Sotomayor was also in there. I think it was about 20 of them. Tariq Nasheed intellectually destroyed all of them. As far as I'm concerned, the undisputed roast champion is Tariq Nasheed. And if you haven't seen Microphone Check, people, Tariq Nasheed said it will be back in theaters soon. And get in touch with Brother Tariq so you can get your copy of Microphone Check. Anything, brothers and sisters of the new black media, the whole foundational Black American family is doing, we need to support each other. And it takes money to make things go around, okay? All movements, even the dominant society, they have people funding their movements and causes, which we know targets us. Ed Bloom don't do that by himself. People get behind him and put money behind his little racist attacks against us. Now, we're going to just get into some talk. Lady O is what she calls herself. Lady O, welcome to our In the Mix Radio STL platform. How are you today, my beautiful, honorable sister? Get up on that mic. Scoot up some, sister. Scoot up some. And those want to know who I am. I'm brother. That's who I am. I am your honorable black brother. Lady O, welcome to the In the Mix STL Radio format here. My cousin and Jump Street, they made this thing possible for independent artists to be heard, and activists and any black entrepreneur out there with a product. We created this forum from them, and also for brothers and sisters to come on and just talk about some things. Just tell us a little bit about yourself.
First of all, thank you for having me on the show.
My pleasure and honor.
Second of all, I'm just who I am. I'm just a laid back type of person.
Yeah, get up on that mic. You got one of them soft, pretty, beautiful voices.
I'm just a laid back type of person, and I'm just here to enjoy the show and put in input.
Yeah, there's so many things happening in the world, They got the war going on in Ukraine, war going on in the Middle East, and this government is having folks, the Afghanistan people, and we have a lot of problems going on here in America, here at home. We still have white people attacking innocent black people for no reason. I was checking out one of the podcasts last night. I think Black Alpha, a few of them touched on it. I was listening to Tariq Nasheed on the way in. The young man, I think this is in Atlanta, the young man named Noah. I think he was hanging out with some of his white friends, and he came up missing and found out the young man, they found him dead. He drowned.
That's sad.
Yeah. We have the President of the United States, Mr. Joe Biden, as he's commonly known here in Black Red Roots spaces, Jim Crow, Joe Biden. He bringing all these illegal immigrants here into this country, and flooding them in the zone in a lot of the black cities, not white cities, but black cities, and giving these people resources and everything. Like me and a friend, we were talking a few days ago how foreign aid is a form of reparations, but foundational black Americans, I don't use the term African American, even though we do have some African in us, as a fact, but we've been over here so long and we bonded with the Aboriginal people here. We were all in bondage and slavery together. When people say, hey, I got some Indian in my family, yes, you do. The red Indians are the ones that you see selling out and getting all the props from America, while the black ones don't. Let's get that straight, too. Black immigrants were out here homeless, attacking them, saying things to them. But black people have been over here for 400 years and being punished, raped, beaten, and killed. And even the police kill us. And then they deputize other white supremacists in this country to hurt us and kill us.
And I think that's what's wrong with America today. And I just want to touch base on what you were saying earlier about how America was built. And for us to come over here and roll up our sleeves and actually really create America to what America is now. Mostly everything that we use in our house, that we use outside, was created by African Americans. And for us to be here for so long and have built this place on our backs, really, and then don't even want to compensate us for what we were supposed to get from the beginning.
The people, I'm not going to name their names, I must just say them folks who suffered, their suffering was not comparative to ours. No one's suffering is comparative to ours.
Exactly.
And this country gives them folks reparations that they can take over back to their country. I'm not going to name their names. We know who I'm talking about, the people who have claim, or people who claim that we're anti them. And this government, both parties, are pretty much past the bill where you can't criticize them folks. Those of you in the black grassroots know who I'm talking about, and the reason why I'm saying it the way I'm saying it. And then, we have Democrats out here who we put in office, and a large, Mr. Biden and Miss Harris wouldn't even be in office if it wasn't for that large chunk of that black voting bloc. Yeah. And for over 60 years, the Democrats have came to us with fake promises, or we could just simply say political lies. And a lot of them out there in the civil rights movement, they was hook, line, and sinkered for the bait. We cannot be voting without making demands. You make the demands first. You don't wait. Puerto Ricans, all these other groups, they make demands. And you know something? The Ukraine people, I'm addressing Steve Harvey now. Steve Harvey claimed, well, if you don't vote, you can't ask for anything next time. Let me help Steve Harvey out. Steve, the Ukrainians didn't vote. They're getting all kind of help and resources that we don't get. Afghans, they didn't vote either. Asians don't even really have to vote. All these other groups, they're getting something. So, Steve, that's a bunch of misinformation you're giving out. You're simply telling a lie. This man had Kamala Harris on the stage, and I believe the function was put on by 100 black men. And 100 black men could have had somebody more intelligent, more informed to interview Kamala Harris. And when Steve was up there saying, what makes y'all think you're going to give reparations anyway? And Kamala Harris is back there cackling like she always do. See, anything concerning our issues and stuff, Biden and Harris, they don't take it seriously. They just feel, well, we should just get your vote just because. No. If you want something from somebody, you should be willing to earn it. That's like in a relationship. That woman ain't going to be with you and supporting you if you're not bringing it back in return.
Reciprocation.
Say it out loud. Lady O.
Reciprocation.
Yeah.
You're not giving reciprocation.
And we don't see that from the Democrats. And right now, the Democrats are running scared. And before somebody say, is he a Trump supporter? No. I think Trump is horrible too. If Trump nor Biden is not talking about answering our demands, I'm voting for the couch. Couch 2024, baby. The couch. And guess what? What I'm going to be doing on that couch on election night? I'm going to have some hot wings.
Amen.
Yeah, because I'm not giving anything up for free. And we have to think long term with the future, Lady O, for our children. We have to fight and create generational wealth and wealth that was stolen from us. And speaking of stolen, I'm going to let you get the mic in a second here. I think it was a few weeks ago that the survivors of the Tulsa massacre, survivors was denied reparations from a white judge. Biden haven't had anything to say. Harris haven't had anything to say. The Democratic shills haven't had anything to say. I'm going to name some of these Democratic shills. Roland Martin, Joy Reid, haven't said anything. And none of them in the Coon Congressional Black Caucus. You know, a lot of them ain't nothing but a bunch of immigrants anyway. But they will go down to Tulsa and they would go down for the celebration and dance and do all this other stuff, but not help get resources for those survivors. That's a slap in the face to our community. And you have Biden and Harris out here with the nerves of expecting us to vote for them. And Mr. James Clyburn, the Democratic sharecropper, as Professor Truth called him, he's out here talking bad to the young black people who are pretty much wise and woke, because pretty soon, another 20, 30, 40, 50 years, they would be the old people. Right. And we had to fight and create and change the situation from today and make a better day for them. And we keep just getting on that Democratic treadmill, just voting for nothing, dealing with benign neglect policies, we're going to disappoint that next generation coming up. For years, I'm 60 years old. I might probably have a good 10, maybe 20 years left. But we have to fight to make things better. Go ahead.
I think as a people, we need to stop voting for a Democrat just because they say they're Democrat. Just because they're Democrat doesn't mean that they're going to do things that's in our best interest. Also, I think that before we go voting for anybody, we really need to educate ourselves on what this person is about.
Say it again. Say it again, Lady O. Lady O, say it again.
So a lot of times we don't educate ourselves and we go down to the poll and, I'm going to vote all Democrat. But you really don't even know who you voting for. You don't know why you voting for that person, what kind of mindset that person is in, what that person stood for years ago. Because whatever that person stood for years ago, you better believe they still standing for it now. So we need to educate ourselves before we go to them polls talking about we're going to vote for this person and vote for that person. Like we voted for all these people that's been in the Democrat office. It really has not done anything for our people but set us back instead of moving us forward.
I'm going to bring an example. I'm going to touch on what you said. Over in St. Louis County, we're sitting in St. Louis County right now. This is the Ferguson part where Michael Brown was killed. We have the St. Louis County prosecutor who's running. I think he ran for Senate or something. Now, here it is. He took the seat of Bob McCulloch, who's a hardcore anti-racist who got into politics because he figured he wanted to get even with the black people or the black person that killed his dad, but he pretty much took it out on all of us. This man has never looked out for us for his justice. This man have defended cops who killed and harmed us many years ago. Wesley Bell, a little while back, I want to say maybe a year or two ago, he helped to get a white cop off the hook who shot this black lady in the back. Now, this lady is pretty much paralyzed right now. I know she has some type of health problems. I'm not sure she's paralyzed, but I know she'll never walk again. Right. And Wesley Bill was some type of mediator between the lady and the white cop and got off the hook. And the black lady that was shot forgave the white cop for shooting her. And they paid her off. I think they gave her $1 million or something like that and paid off. See, this is something, a pattern we've been seeing with some of our people who run into these problems with these racist cops. Let's go back to Botham John. His brother was hugging the cop who shot and killed his brother, and they forgave that cop. Let me see. I think it was in Wisconsin somewhere. I think it was like last year. Young man was shot by a cop down there. His mom was on Instagram on videos saying that she forgave the cop. It is just so many of these other things where we've seen some of these black families come out and forgive the police for killing their loved ones. And it's hard for some of us to want to get with these families and want to defend them. I'm sure there's some other cases out there. I just can't think of them right now. It's just sad. And I don't know if folks feel that's supposed to be the religious thing to do. Not at that point. Let's bring up Dylan Ruth, who was down, I think this was South Carolina some years ago. He went in a black church and killed some black people. And a lot of the church members talking about they forgave him. And when the police was taking him to jail, they stopped along Burger King and bought him some food. It's some things you can't forgive. Lady O, if I'm walking, you happen to bump into me and you didn't mean to, you say, excuse me. Hey, that's cool. But if you are out here and you just shooting people, hurting people, I can't forgive you.
That's true. That's true. And I guess it is the religious thing to forgive, depending on your background and where you come from. But some people will forgive, but the world will never forget how we are treated, how we're still being treated. And if we as a people do not stand up to what's going on, it's going to continue to go on.
So pretty much what I'm seeing out here in today's time period, I see a lot of our folks getting on cold. It's been a long time coming. A lot of our women on cold with the brothers. A lot of our kids on cold with us. Speaking of our kids, like up under this system we live under, our kids are not looked at as kids.
Right.
And it's like a free reign. I think last week, Professor Black Truth did a story where this white man went up to this sixth grader and just punched him for no reason. And I believe they filed charges on this fool. And I've seen in schools where these white security officers are just beating up black kids. They see a black kid and a white kid fighting. First thing security do is start beating up on the black ones. It's wrong. And these are some of the reasons why we need an anti-black hate crime bill. Because according to the FBI stats, black people are racially targeted and attacked more than any group in this country.
And that's why it is so important to have your black man in your household raising your children. Because if something happened like that with a single mother, she's not too apt to go and do anything about it. She can fuss, she can rant and things like that. But when you got a black man that is on code, when you got a black man that is educated and doing what he's supposed to do for his children, there is no way he's going to allow that type of thing to happen to his child. That's why it is so, so very important that our black men stand up. Even if you can't be in the home with your child, it's so important for black men to be involved in their children's life.
Yeah. And brothers, even the ones that's off code, they're brothers that you can get around, that you can soak that game up from. And we have a duty to the family. And sisters, I might have heard her say it several times, Sister Art Kathy, shouts out to her, that the black man is still your first line of defense. There are a lot of us that love our women, love our children, love our family as a whole, and would do anything to protect them. You know, the media, they try to attack us for being masculine, attacking our manhood. They don't attack no other guys for that. And thank God for the documentary Brother Tariq Nasheed did called Buck Breaking. You don't have Buck Breaking or any of Tariq Nasheed's or Jason Black DVDs. You need to get up your butt and make a move. And a black man truly loves his family and woman would do anything for him. And saying ain't no good black men out here, and I didn't say you said it, Lady O, but there's some out here, you know, there's some of our black feminists who's just pretty much against, you know, black unity. Doing the that equal rights movement crap, they only use sisters to pattern up the numbers. Because doing that women's rights movement stuff, that was a white woman's movement. That was for them. It wasn't to benefit y'all. They used y'all and used the numbers, but left black women holding an empty bag. What do you think of that?
I think that what you're saying is true, and I also want to touch base that way before that, even with creating communities like the projects where the woman could come in with her kids, but the father couldn't come in. That right there was pulling apart family, not making solid families. If we're a family and we need somewhere to go, you're telling me that I can come stay here and you're going to pay my rent, but my husband can't come with me, or the father of my children can't come with me.
Could you say the welfare system?
The welfare system. The welfare system. And the problem with the welfare system is this. We become codependent on the government. And when you do that, your children, if you don't teach them anything different, they're going to do the same thing. So you stand in the projects. When your daughter grow up, she's staying in the projects. Your son is going with a girl that's staying in the projects. And then when their children grow up, if you don't get out of that circle, you're just going to create a lineage of children staying in the projects and not doing anything to get out of that situation. And there is a way to get out of staying in the projects if you want to be successful in life.
As my Uncle Tony would say, who's also a church bishop, that's like a generational curse. I remember he created a play back in the 90s and everything, talking about the generational curse. And this system that we live under, they do things to attack us. Like I was talking about this guy, Ed Blum. The Democrats, they sit back and allow the Republicans to write these anti-black laws that target us. And the Democrats sit back and don't say nothing. But when it comes to election time, they want to use the scare tactic to scare you to the polls. Hey, them Republicans going to be really harder on you. But at the same time, the Democrats are even worse. They pretend to be our friends, pretend to be caring. And something else I don't like that they do? They diagnose the problem. Kamala Harris, she's really good about that. Want to diagnose the problem. Okay, you're going to diagnose it. Like when you go to a doctor. He tell you how your blood pressure, cholesterol, and all, your health concerns are.
Right.
But he also offer you, medicine and a cure for it. Democrats don't do that. It's benign neglect with them. Like on their wiki, on their WikiLeaks. Don't tell the African Americans you're going to promise them something. Just listen to them and say, "Are you feeling your pain?" Mr. Bill Clinton, Barack Obama. Oh, I understand you. I hear you. They don't hear us. They hear us, but they don't hear us and everything. Only thing, I heard somebody, before I picked you up, I heard somebody, this lady, she was talking to Tariq Nasheed. It was this late night tap in. I was listening to the replay this morning. And the lady was asking Tariq what can fix the problem. Tariq said reparations, and that anti-hate crime bill. That help us out. You get that reparations, give us all money that we are owed. It'll stimulate this economy, man. Something great. So what? And some of the other brothers and sisters handle their money a different way, fine. But there's a lot of us going to handle it the right way, and we won't be dependent upon you. What it is, they don't want us on an equal footing with them. And they probably fear we're going to get them. We're going to come back for revenge. Out of anything, brothers and sisters are going to be minding their business, doing what they got to do, and have some economical freedom where we don't have to depend on you. And I don't know which one of them said it out there in the black grassroots. They probably feel like, what's the use of having power if you don't have nobody to abuse with that power? And the people of choice is us. See, all these other groups, they can come in and they can be brought into whiteness. And these other folks can come in and just change their name and automatically already in the club of whiteness. Only people who can't get in that club is us. And we attack. As Jason Black say from time to time, they attack us because we're poor, and they attack us because we're black.
And the shame about it is that foreigners can come here, and I have nothing against foreigners, but foreigners can come here and get a grant to start a business. They can get we as African Americans, we can't even get approved to buy a house in a nice neighborhood. But here are these people come over here, and you give them all the money they want to start a business, but we're left in the shade.
Here's a lady. I'll find the clip. Here's a lady in Missouri. She's running for office, and she's an immigrant. Her name Valentina Gomez, and she's speaking greasy about reparations. If it wasn't for us kicking the door down for a lot of those people to be here, they wouldn't be here.
Exactly.
But they don't thank us.
Exactly.
I hear a lot of the Africans really talking bad and greasy about us. I'm going to find the clip, and I'm going to play it. All right, go right ahead, right through there. I'm going to find that clip. I'm going to wait till Lady O come back. Yep. I want to find this clip. I'm going to wait till Lady O come back. You know, I couldn't think of it. I might just take me a quick break. And you know what? I'm going to play something off Lady Monarch's CD. Yeah, this is a great CD, people. Yeah, Tiffany Bolton, a.k.a. Lady Monarch. Great CD. I recommend it highly. Yes, I do. Yeah. But my cousin, General Vader in Jump Street, will return with a new In the Mix Radio STL on July 14th. Vader and Jump Street will be in here. But right now, you know, I'm Brother Black, and I'm here with Lady O. We just shooting the breeze. We will return.
Something about the way you make me feel.
right. That was the Lady Monarch, Miss Tiffany Bolton. The name of our CD is called The Monarch, and the CD is called Masterpiece. You can catch on Facebook platforms. I think you can catch on Spotify. I think you can catch on YouTube, Instagram. She's out there. Wonderful CD. And I have the beautiful and lovely Lady O back with me. She wanna do some shout outs. Go right ahead, Lady O.
Well, first of all, I just want to give a shout out to Dennis Mitchell, who coached all three training partners that came in first, second, and third place. Shakari Richardson came in at 10.71.
Shouts out.
Melissa Jefferson came in at 10.8. And Tanisha Terry came in at 10.89. So we want to give all those girls, they're on their way to Paris for the Olympics. We want to give them a shout out for just doing a great job. And especially the coaching them. Like I said, they came in first, second, and third. I'm telling you, women, us women of melanin, we cannot be touched when we put our mind to do a certain thing.
I just love the greatness of our foundational Black American sisters. They are with us hand in hand. There's some that's off cold. We know we got the Black feminists out there. You keep doing what you do, and we're going to keep doing what we do over here. It's about us unifying and trying to strive for success together. It's a beautiful thing. Shouts out to them sisters, And it's amazing how people hate us, but they want to steal from our culture. Always. A lot of the greatest inventions on earth came from a mind of a Black man or a Black woman. Yeah. And a lot of, we know Elvis Presley stole from people. Justin Timberlake, he a dog too. I'm glad I brought Justin Timberlake name up. He was busted for driving drunk. I believe that's last week. And you know who was cheerleading and taking up for him real hard? Gayle King, Oprah's lover. Now, when Black men are in trouble or at their worst, Gayle King and Oprah, they are some of the first two Black women that dog a brother out. I haven't forgot what Gayle did to R. Kelly. And I wish somebody in R. Kelly's camp would have just told him, hey, man, don't talk to Gayle King. That's a setup, man. And then when Gayle King did that interview with Lisa Leslie and she tried to assassinate Kobe Bryant's image like that, that man would I don't even think he was buried yet, but Lisa stayed on cold. Much respect to her. And we know the danger that Oprah has done to Black men for over 30 years and how she assassinated Michael Jackson's image. It's a shame, and you go ahead and keep talking, Lady O.
And this is one thing I want to say. The government, like I was saying before, about creating housing where our children's father can come stay with us. I want to say this. It has put us in a place with the Feminist Act. It's put us in a place for a lot of us women of melanin to say that we don't need a man. I'm here to tell you, you need your man. You need a man. A man. You need a man, especially when you're raising children. Because what I've noticed, I'm in my 50s, and what I've noticed in school, also in the home, that when the female tells children to do something, they're not as, if they're defiant children, they're not as likely to do what the woman says. But when that man voice is heard,
it's a difference.
There's a difference. The children jump in line right away. So we need our strong Black men. We need more Black male teachers that are on code and that can encourage our young Black men to stay on code and to be successful in life.
I agree. It helps. We got to be about the family. The family structure has always been attacked. Like I remember when they had the George Floyd, rally. First of all, I'm talking about the Black Lives Matter street movement. I'm not talking about that organization that started by George Soros. They put gay people out there. Here we talking about Black Lives Matter. They talking about Black trans lives matter. Black life is Black life, whether you straight or gay. It's Black life.
That's right.
We're not talking about no gender. And they found a way to make gender have over about 100 different meanings now. You know, this is about us as being black. If you gay, straight, trust me, it's a black life. It's not about your gender.
Bye.
When they attack you systematically, they don't be like, well, is Billy, is he LGBT, or is he a straight masculine black man? Or, you know, they just see you as a black person. They don't ask about the gender. And black women, when they attack you, attack your image, they find ways to try to make you masculine. Our women are women. They're not equal like us sexually like that. They are female. We are male. See, the attack on us is 24/7. They come from, you know, a attack out of hatred for our color. And we are in a fight in this country. There's an anti-black race war in this country. Always have. Even when they claimed they freed us, years later we found out, you know, a lot of those black people wasn't free. You know? And this Juneteenth is not, it might have kicked off down in Texas, but it's not a Texas thing. It's all of our thing, brothers and sisters. And that RGB, that flag they have with the African colors, that's not the true Juneteenth flag. You know, the one with the red, white, and the blue on it, and the star. That's the true flag. Don't try to change it. Yeah. But it's just so much going out here in the world. Oh, speaking of this chick here, she's running for office in Missouri. I'm going to let you hear this lady, y'all. And, you know, there's a few other clips I'm going to play. And I'm going to play one by Kamemi Harris. All right. Let me cue the clip up. I'm waiting on them now. Here it is.
Hi, I'm Nicole Hockley from Sandy Hook Promise. I know this is hard to hear, but it's important.
Hear this
The
racist
shooter-
immigrant.
Valentina Gomez, who is running for Missouri Secretary of State, posted this on X. She said, Juneteenth is ratchet, and I agree with real Candace Owen. If you don't like America, GTFO. I won't tell you what GTFO means if you don't know, but it means just get out of here. And she posted a video because she had to make Juneteenth about her somehow. Here's that video.
Reparations from slavery and Black victimization is about to be shoved down our throats for the most ratchet holiday in America.
Wow.
BLM raised millions, but what did they do for Black lives? It is outrageous to see people asking for reparations, even though they never went through slavery. These ungrateful people should be celebrated because they were born in the greatest nation to ever exist. Here's a tip. If you don't like America, I'm out.
Here's a person from another country, an immigrant, 25 years old, speaking greasy about our existence here and trying to make it look like, hey, you know, they finna force it down either. First of all, the dominant society don't even really claim you, lady. You don't speak for them. She's trying to get some attention from the Fox News and the other to the right type networks. She doing the Vivek Aswami. He did that. Nikki Haley speak greasy against us. What's the other guy named Dinesh D'Souza? And the guy Tariq Nasheed destroyed Myron Gaines of Fresh and Fit. Let me see. I think Bobby Jindal, he's another one. And Kamala Harris. These are her people talking like this. Kamala Harris is not a black woman. She's Asian. And she claimed the Indian heritage. I think she's a Brahmin Indian too. These people come over here with this anti-black hate. We have black Africans who come over here with anti-hate. And they talk greasy like this. And we supposed to try to boo up with them as allies? That's impossible. That's why we have to rely on ourselves. The ones that's off cold, hey, just leave them to themselves. Don't try to change. You can't change an old fool. And speaking of old fools, a lot of older black people, they going to stay on the Democratic plantation. Their minds has already been made up. And, you know, they already stuck in their ways and truly believe. My auntie really thinks Joe Biden's a wonderful man. My auntie, almost 90 years old. And she called me and told me, well, Trump been indicted. I said, okay, what do that mean for the rest of us? Nothing.
Right.
I mean, no disrespect to my auntie. I love her. But she up there in age and you can't change her thinking. I love my aunt. But these Democrats have done a whammy. Because these old school civil rights people, that thing was attention and trying to get close to some interracial, getting access to interracial sex. They didn't care. And the new generation is looking, nah. Young voters ain't feeling Biden, and a lot of them ain't feeling Trump. And the media is pushing this narrative, which is a big lie, that a lot of us lean toward Trump. That's not true. It might be a few Negroes that probably want to vote for Trump just because they frustrated, mad at Biden.
And that goes back to what I was saying earlier, that we need to educate ourselves on who we voting for.
Yep.
If you don't educate yourself on who you voting for, because you could very well go out and vote for this person to be, senator over Missouri. You go out and vote for her, but you never heard her talk grimy and greasy, saying that Juneteenth is the most ratchet holiday, and talking about Reformation being forced down your throat. Reformation.
That's a blood old debt.
Exactly.
And she sounded like Candace Owens. You notice ever since Candace Owens got fired from that little network she was on, they got rid of her over there because she spoke against that war over there with them folks over there in the Middle East. You see how I'm doing that? And, they gave her the boot because you can't speak on them. But it's amazing how everybody can speak about us, and people can use the N-word, and you know what they say? Oh, that's freedom of speech. Remember Michael Jackson made that song, They Don't Care About Us, and he said something about them folks in that song? And Michael Jackson edited that out. And let's go to Ice Cube. Remember Ice Cube made the song No Vaseline? In certain other parts of the country, the part where you was talking about putting the bullet through Jerry Heller's head, that little part, I think that got edited out too. That's a fact. But we have a lot of work to do. There's nothing wrong with being religious. There's nothing wrong with loving God. Nothing wrong with it. But throughout the Bible, when you read the stories throughout the Bible, those people use that strength to fight back. They didn't just sit back and pray and so, okay, God gonna make it smooth. There were warriors out there that fought and made a difference out there. The Black Maroons, they fought. I'm sure they probably prayed to God and got up and got the weapons and got busy. Shouts out to the Black Maroons out there. And once again, people, since I'm bringing up Black Maroons, make sure you get all those hidden colors, all those wonderful, great Nazwa DVDs by Brother Tariq Nasheed. I think they have a book with all the black heroes in it for your children to learn. There are some black parents I'm running across who are homeschooling their children.
The best thing to do.
Because you see the LGBT agenda being forced down on these children. They figured they can't force it on us, but they would target our kids. You see a lot of the TV shows, especially on YouTube, it seems like they got all kind of LGBT stuff on that.
The celebrity
Disney shows. Pushing that. Remember that reboot of the Proud Family? And a lot of them black people should be ashamed themselves of taking part in that. And since I'm talking about black animation stuff, did you see the so-called reboot of Good Times?
I heard it was disgusting. I haven't seen it. Very disgraceful.
It was horrible. I believe they have a Latino chick. She's like the showrunner. And the person that's doing the animation is this racist dude that do the Family Guy cartoons and the Cleveland cartoons. I think his name's Seth MacFarlane. I'm going to pull his name up. I want to make sure I'm saying this name right. They got Joe Biden on this thing. I'd be glad when that ad go off. Joe Biden ain't worth getting the vote. And Family Guy even got little subtle parts of racism in there. They even got white characters, white people, white actors trying to voice over, trying to imitate like black people. That's horrible. And
it's mocking us.
Yeah. And I'm going to do a drawing real soon. And I'm going to take on the family and I'm going to mess them up. And I'm going to draw them in a horrible, disparaging way. And I know it's going to take a lot of y'all. Yep, that's right. And it's going to come out real soon. Those you follow me on Twitter, Outside the Ring STL. Yeah, I'm telling you, it's me. You will see the drawing real soon. And I'm going to see how some of you like. That's why I draw the positive black images that I draw. I'm not drawing anything negative. I'm not going to do that. The dominant society and other people, they already do enough for that. I want to draw something positive, like the Father's Day cards. I want to draw the image of the black father, especially a salute to all the good black fathers that's out there. And a lot of the good black mothers out there, aunties, grandpas, and grandmothers, and all of them. I want to be able. All of us are just not these degenerate images that they promote and push. I don't even watch TV like I used to.
Right.
You look at the commercials, you see the black woman with a white man, and you see a black man with a white woman, and you see the biracial looking kids like producing other black kids and other black people is a bad thing. That's the narrative that they push. I think the only black TV show with a family on it is Cedric the Entertainer's show, The Neighborhood, which I kind of have some problems with that show as well. Tanisha Arnold that played Pam Martin, shouts out to her because she's very much on code. I'm not really much of a fan of Cedric's. No. Yeah. It's just so many things. The best thing we can do, like I said, I'm not a church person, but I do believe in God. And I do believe in praying for that power. And once you get the power, you do something with it. You don't just sit back on your hands and knees waiting on the miracle. You got to go out there and let that prayer power energize your batteries. You go out there and do something. You get off your butt. You don't just wait on something mythical to just do it for you. No, you have to make things happen. You sit at home not doing nothing, guess what? You're going to be left there with nothing. You got to go out there. You got to work. Exactly. If lift the sleeves up, raise your sleeve up, man. Put that elbow grease in it. And another thing I wish a lot of us would quit doing, telling our kids, go to school, go and get a job. What's wrong with trying to create a job? What's wrong with getting in an industry that the children are interested in, doing some field work, research, and getting around people? Like if your kid, wanted to be a person that wanted to make clothes or jewelry or technology, get them around people educated in that field. All right, Lady O, what else you had to, drop down on the family before we wrap it up?
I just want to say that as people of color, we have to make a decision to come off the plantation.
Yeah, we got to quit using that term, people of color. A lot of people, when they hear that, they don't think it's black people. I know what you mean when you use it. I know what you mean. Right.
Us African Americans, we have to make a decision to come off the plantation because some of us still have
run from that plantation.
Some of us still have slave mentality, and I just want to go back a little bit, maybe like a couple of minutes back, where he's saying you have to get up and do something. You could say a prayer, but you have to get up and do something. He's not a church person, but I am in church, and it does say faith without works is dead. You can have all the faith that you want, but if you don't get up and start moving and doing something about it, you're just going to be wagging, rolling with nothing in it.
I'm going to be cool. I'm about to say get off but I'm going to be nice because Lady O here. Nice, I'm going to be nice because I don't want one of our friends to hear the broadcast say, why you let him say that? But you have to, get off your butt and you have to make a move, and just get around those who support your vision. Right. And those who don't support your vision, just leave them alone. You can't bring people around like a lot of our old people. A lot of them will run and vote for Joe Biden regardless, and that's just the way it is. But, you're right, big time slave mentality, But it's just great to see brothers and sisters, especially the young brothers and sisters out here that woke up. A lot of them that voted for Biden for the first time with the scare tactics. See, there's no Donald Trump there in the office to scare us with. Donald Trump is running against the guy that's in office that beat him the first time. That Trump beat him and get back in there, that's going to be historic for him. That's over with. Biden can't even stand up straight. At that Juneteenth /Pride event they had at the White House, Man, this dude was standing there like a zombie. He was George Floyd's brother tried to wake him up a little bit and give him a fake fist bump. And George Floyd, brother, I had to say he's a big old coon too. Yes, he is.
Some people are saying that Biden is a clone. That's why
you never know. And then he was on a platform with, former President Obama, who also didn't do nothing to help foundational Black Americans. It's like Obama had to pretty much guide this dude off the steps. And then they had his press secretary, Stank Pierre, John Pierre, whatever the hell his name is. I know she Haitian, and she also off code too, and LGBT. She was out there trying to do, cleanup work for Biden. Hey, if they ain't talking about something for us, specifically for us, you shouldn't vote for them. Like I said, July 14th, Vader and Jump Street will return to the platform with In the Mix Radio STL. I don't know if they have a guest, but they're going to be playing music by independent artists. I believe Jump Street have some new music to introduce you guys to. And they're going to just, touch on some of the topics and things that's going on, in the world. In the Mix Radio originally was aired on New Black City in the early 2000s here in St. Louis, Missouri. New Black City was created by Richard Onion Hart, may he rest in peace, along with Mr. Mark Kaysen. Those are radio legends here in this town. And we had the opportunity to be part of their internet radio, operation over there. We had a good time and, getting the news out. We can't depend on the mainstream dominant media. We can't. Okay. The New Black media is your only source for real information. And it's also good for you to research and read things, find out stuff. Like I said, don't just let these politicians tell you. And I'm going to say this also. Just because a person is black, that don't mean you should freely give them your vote. Period. Now, you know what happened when we put Obama in there twice. Dude didn't do nothing. He created the blue law to defend the police. You got Biden out here sending his people over to the Supreme Court to get rid of the Miranda rights so the police can be defended. Nothing for us. Nothing for us.
And once I'm really hoping that once this is done, that they don't start. We really have to educate our people, because if they do that, it's going to be hell, because they're going to be like, oh, that I was protecting myself. Oh, I was scared. Oh, I'm defending myself.
That's the first thing they use, to do that. First thing they use is just so many of us that have been killed by the police. It's like, I think around that time when Trayvon Martin was killed and George Zimmerman got off, it's like they probably figured, hey, we can do this, and anybody can get away with it, and that's what they're doing. Yep. But, locally here, the black politicians ain't doing that. Every time they running on this Rainbow Coalition. I remember Freeman Bosby Jr. when he first ran for mayor. He talking about, we're going to be like piano. We're going to be like black and white keys on the piano. Yeah, Freeman didn't do nothing for us either. Come on. If you're going to be black and you talking about voting for you better be about some tangibles, man. Black people are tired of just voting for folks because they're black, vote blue no matter who, and we're not being served properly or getting anything out of it. Come on, man.
Once they get in office, it's like, screw us.
And a lot of them, they have to take care of and carry the water for the white paymasters in that party. And the Republicans and the Democrats, they are both twin wings on the same dominant society evil bird. The Republicans have their bootlickers and sellouts and sambos, just like the Democrats. The Democrats and the Republicans, they all are looking out for the system at large of white supremacy. That's it. Hey, I guess we can get ready to get out of here, and I guess we can, roll out of here with some more Andre Perryman. I would like to find something else. I think I will. Yeah, you know, because I gave some shine to Andre Perryman. I want to give some shine now to Chip Smith. He is also another St. Louis artist from around this way. And this is a song called Beautiful Girl. Yeah, Lady O, you beautiful lady. We're going to go ahead and dedicate this beautiful song to Lady O. Lady O, I'm glad you hung out with us. I hope you had a good time. Any parting words? You know, you might want to. Okay, no parting words. All right.
Stay strong, black people.
All right. Lady O said stay strong.
Quiet storm.
Hang on.
Quiet.
I just want to make sure I found that song. Hang on. Here it is. Beautiful, beautiful lady. Lady O. Hey, brothers and sisters, stay strong, stay in tune. And then let that Majara energy in you come out. Let it flow. All right.
Beautiful life in the beautiful world. They gave me 4 boys and a beautiful girl. This for my beautiful wife. You so beautiful, girl. This a beautiful song for a beautiful girl that live a beautiful life in the beautiful world. They gave me 4 boys and a beautiful girl. This for my beautiful wife. You so beautiful, girl. I love you in the glow. I love you out the glow. I love you in your clothes. I love you out your clothes. No matter how I go, girl, you should always know that it's a us thing. Baby, ain't no me no more. Say it's a trust thing. Believe me, it won't be no more. The hell with problems in our life, what we need them for. Let's kick them to the curb. Say you deserve the best. I'm talking first class. Won't settle for nothing less. Cause you my model chick and you my dime piece. You help me clear my head. With you I find peace. You give me my space. Pimped out my MySpace. And you don't play games, only computer space. Girl, I can deal with that. I know you got my back. Through sickness or health, rich or poor, we vowed to that. Did it in front of God. So this is how we mob. To death do us both apart. And we go with God. Hey, this a beautiful song for a beautiful girl that live a beautiful life in the beautiful world. They gave me 4 boys and a beautiful girl. This for my beautiful wife. You so beautiful, girl. This a beautiful song for a beautiful girl that live a beautiful life in the beautiful world. They gave me 4 boys and a beautiful girl. This for my beautiful wife. You so beautiful, girl. I love it when you up. I hate it when you down. I love it when you smile. I hate it when you frown. Cause you my balance beam. Girl, you my everything. Won't keep no secrets. I take your everything. Honor thy wife. Cause what's in the dark come to light. And it's a scary sight. Not seeing you in my life. So girl, let's do it right. Let's do it all night. Let's do it forever and ever. Do it for life. Don't need no break from it. Don't ever let me leave. You better block the door. Stand there and beg and plead. Cause you know what we got. It ain't no fairy tale. It's far from Hollywood. Girl, I like this real as hell. Sometimes I think I'm dreaming. It's too good to be true. Reflection of perfection in my eyes. Girl, it's you. Head from top to bottom. Your head to your feet. Live here and think about you. Girl, you're so unique. Hey, this a beautiful song for a beautiful girl that live a beautiful life in the beautiful world. They gave me 4 boys and a beautiful girl. This for my beautiful wife. You so beautiful, girl. This a beautiful song for a beautiful girl that live a beautiful life in the beautiful world. They gave me 4 boys and a beautiful girl. This for my beautiful wife. You so beautiful, girl.